I've been making loot since like 22. Ask me how I made it right here in the booth. I'm always pursued cause of what I pursue. That's greatness, yeah, I gotta make it, I got things to lose. Boy, wanna get in my crew, but you can't get in my crew. Me, XL and Hoover, way too fireable. When this joint drop, better call the troops. And when you hear the drop, better raise the roof. Better raise the roof. You already know what happens when we link up. Let's go. Yeah, I got the juice. Yeah, I got the juice. Big game cool, make them look like cool. Always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing so. Time it is. Marvin Devine, Hoover, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice. Big game cool, make them look like cool. Always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing it. Let's go. I've been making loot since like 22. Ask me how I made it right here in the booth. I'm always pursued cause of what I pursue. That's greatness, yeah, I gotta make it, I got things to lose. Boy, wanna get in my crew, but you can't get in my crew. Me, XL and Hoover, way too fireable. When this joint drop, better call the troops. And when you hear the drop, better raise the roof. Better raise the roof. You already know what happens when we link up. Let's go. Yeah, I got the juice. Yeah, I got the juice. Big game cool, make them look like cool. Always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing so.
People wishing for a burner, killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest, fuck it, you beat it. How they watch you fucking no beat it, not if you want it. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. Timmy, Tony. People wishing for a burner, killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest, fuck it, you beat it. How they watch you fucking no beat it, not if you want it. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. Timmy, Tony. People wishing for a burner, killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest, fuck it, you beat it. How you watch it, fucking no beat it.
Chat. The team are competing in the 11v11 Virtual Pro Gaming League.
People wishing for a burner, killing everybody walking. How you watch it, fucking no beat it. Killing everybody walking. know that it's on the finest.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the official Virtual Pro Gaming live stream. Earlier we had QPR taking on Rotherham United Esports, which ended in a 2-1 win to QPR. Right now, kick-off in 2 to 5 minutes, we have two esports giants, Limit and Ghetto Boyz. The lineups between both teams tonight. For the lineup for Limit, they are playing the 3-5-2 formation. Frankie in goal. Three centre halves, we have Tuggers, Burlad and Crook. Two CDMs, Hazza Hales and Sorrell. Right mid, they have Scoot. Left mid, they have Chris C. And attack midfielder, Lloyd 7. And two strikers, Sean and Ginge OVO. The lineup for Ghetto Boyz tonight. They are also playing a 3-5-2 formation, so it's going to be a brilliant match. Goalkeeper, M1A9. Two centre halves, they have CF Luca, CF Ogres, and Horn without Y. Two CDMs, CF Phil and Tauber Nos. Right mid, they have Sihat, and left mid, Maximus Bloom. Attack midfielder, they have one of the captains, which is DGU, and strikers Fabinho and CF Danny. I can see a lot of CF players on this team, obviously from Creative Football.
Yeah, those are the guys you were talking about earlier, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
Here is the table. As you can see, there's 16 teams in this league, but obviously I'm just showing the top 10. Colossus Soccer with 18 points in first position. Season in second with 17. FTW Legacy in third with 13. Boys in the Hood with 12. OFR with 12 as well with Digital Esports. And 3 teams with 10 points, Rising Rain, Heads Up and EGM. So Limit aren't in the top 10, and Ghetto Boyz, they aren't in the top 10 either. So I think they probably are 11th, 12th, but obviously it's still early and they're both wanting those 3 points to get themselves into the top 10. Top strikers. So can we see any from Ghetto Boyz? No players from Ghetto Boyz on the top strikers list, and no top players or top strikers for Limits. But yeah, here's the top strikers for the Esports Premier. Goksun, a fantastic player, smashing the goal scoring records at the minute, 8 goals. And obviously Aaron and Styler for War Kids. We have FK Austria with 2 goals, and the rest are with 2 goals as well, so it's quite close with the top scorers from 3rd position down, I think it was to 11th, all on 2 goals from FK Austria, OFR, EGM, Unexpected, Thunder Auk, Boys in the Hood and OFR. We're just going to find tonight's link. Give us a second, guys. I think I've got... Can you see, Chris? Is there any... It says it's offline, doesn't it? Can you see?
Yeah, let me just have a rummage around our communications and see what's going on. No, that link is definitely not live.
We do apologise for this. The link they provided is... It doesn't seem to be active at the minute and no one is live. We're just waiting to get a confirmation from the manager.
Right. There's no alternative link around, so I'm hoping they'll just fire that one up nice and shortly.
Yeah, we're just getting a stream from Limit, and then we'll be back for the match between Limit and Ghetto Boyz. Also, guys, we do have I think there's 6 to 8 YouTubers playing on the VPG tonight. If you want to go check out JCC, yep, they are. I think they're playing now in the cup match, and then in 15 minutes time they are playing in a league match. So check them out as well. YouTube JCC. We can confirm that we do have another link. We do apologise, as this should have been set up, but the link they gave us has not been working. Let's check now. Yep, they are now live. We do apologise. Perfect. If you just joined the stream, welcome to the official VPG with live commentary from Chris from 2 heavyweight teams in tonight's Esports Premier action. We have Limit and Ghetto Boyz. Limit from England and Ghetto Boyz, one of the top teams from Germany, looking to get into the top 10. Obviously the Esports Premier has the 16 best teams in the world competing against each other. No team in that league are, I won't say none of them are average. All of them are really fantastic teams, and obviously a few teams are going to be fighting to get wins and fighting for relegation, which they've never done before in their FIFA careers. So it'll be fun to see, definitely, to see if teams stay, because we know what it's like. If teams that are used to winning and used to winning titles, that are not performing well and obviously fighting for relegation. Limit and Ghetto Boyz, I won't say they're fighting for relegation, it's still early in the season, but they're not in the top 10, and they're looking both to get the 3 points.
Definitely both looking to kickstart the seasons.
As you can see in the table here, none of the teams are in the top 10, but it's quite close. Obviously Colossus Soccer have been dominant with the 18 points, as well as Season and FTW Legacy. But it's still kind of close, obviously 3 points in it. I guess Ghetto Boyz and Limit are both on 8 or 7 points. So to get themselves into the top 10, it only takes 1 win for them, depending on the other results from the other teams as well. Now kickoff should have been 5 minutes ago. We'll just check with both captains to make sure both are ready. Looks like Limit already, but I'll just confirm and just see. It looks like Limit already, but I'm not sure what's happening with the Ghetto Boyz.
If their streams are anything to go by, then maybe not.
Yeah, because they were offline and he did give us that link, so I'm not sure if Ghetto Boyz are experiencing issues. I know there has been many reports from the leagues that I think there's issues with friendlies, so hopefully it's nothing serious. I remember on the last FIFA we had, I think it was a month off games due to invites not working on Pro Club, so hopefully this issue is just a one-off and it's not affecting everyone. Yeah, Ghetto Boyz have replied with 1 minute, they should be ready, and we should be underway between 2 teams who want to get themselves up in the table. I'm just going to check with... Have we broadcast any of these teams before? Have we done a Limit game before, do you?
We have not done Limit, although I'm fairly certain that we have done Ghetto Boyz in one.
Yep.
To be honest, I'm struggling to remember. I think I'm fairly certain we have covered one of the Ghetto Boyz games before, but definitely not Limit.
Yep. I'm just trying to see if JCC is streaming. Can you see? I can't see any live streams for him.
Bear with me. Let's have another quick gander. Not showing us live now, no.
I don't think he's live tonight. Maybe we're just testing it out, seeing how things are. It's not been a good night for pro clubs tonight. Definitely, I've got a lot of messages with connection issues, which should have to be sorted.
Yeah, it's, it does go through its bumps every so often, but it's unfortunately something you kind of come to expect with the majority of games that require this many people to be online at any given time. If it was, say, 4v4, there's less connections to worry about, but all it takes is one little glitch in the system, and it can affect any number of players on either team.
Most definitely. I'll give you a little bit of history on both of the teams tonight. Limit, as you can see their side, they used to be called Aerox. They were picked up by an org, Aerox Esports. Unfortunately, the organisation stopped after a few years in the FIFA industry. They stopped, and that's the reason to the name change. I can confirm Limit, they didn't win the league, but I think they came second or third in one season. So they did have the team that battled for the title. Same sort of players. It was Scoot. These guys manage Ireland as well. So they've played with each other a lot. So they should the chemistry for Limit should be really there. They should have the advantage over Ghetto Boyz. But looking at the Ghetto Boyz side, their history, it doesn't look like most of the Ghetto Boyz players. It looks like they've picked up a lot of players from Creative Football, which was the most dominant team in Germany. So obviously things aren't going great for both sides at the minute, as both teams aren't in the top 10. But it looks like things are underway now. The match is about to kick off between Limit and Ghetto Boyz.
I just meant to ask before we started, are the CF introductions, is that the recent acquisitions?
Well, Creative Football, I think they folded last season, towards the end of last season.
Right,
so
okay.
Only recently, but obviously not everyone from Creative Football wanted to stop, but obviously the players, then obviously they went to one of the next best teams, which was Ghetto Boyz. But yeah, here we go.
Right. Yes, here we are getting underway by the looks of things. And we've got Limit here against Ghetto Boyz. Match-up of formations again, our personal favourite. So the joy of the 3-5-2, but I think this is all going to be down key really on who can grab control of the ball in the cam position, and also who's better at adjusting tactically on those wide midfield spots. One team probably will try and overload wide, and some others, the idea being that can adjust and try and underlap instead of overlap to take advantage of the space provided to you. And here we go. Limit running down the left-hand side, and ball is tackled out of play. It's a nice fast-paced start to the match here. Always trying to skill around, try and turn around the defender, but stands his ground, and the ball gets cleared out for a throw-in long. Time and opportunity for Ghetto Boyz to reset. Ball is thrown long there. And interesting challenge there. Bit of a clash of physicality there. Well, the first time inside ball was potentially on, but and they've tried. Limit have tried that one in response. Plenty of interceptions and tackles being thrown around early in this game, as both teams try and assert some dominance before getting their creative juices flowing. Ghetto Boyz here on the run through the middle. Nice threaded pass. It does well with good strength to hold off the defender, but the ball couldn't quite make its way through to the striker. Nice intricate dribbling on show from both teams. There's a ball possibly at the back post, but he cuts inside, dribbles around. So looking for that perfect goal. As Limit look for the fast counter, but it's a good defensive positioning there that stops the ball being run too far up the pitch. Space in the middle again if you can find him. There he is. And the run is being made by both the striker out wide and then the wide mid tucking inside, and the defence does well. Look at this, the 4-man attack here from Ghetto Boyz. And again, cuts inside, refusing to take the opportunity at a first-time shot. There it is. Ooh, good save. It's a fantastic stop in the end there. Parried away for a corner, but it was a snapshot there. Could have caught the goalkeeper out, but he's shown he's got some very good reactions. Good positioning there from Limit from the corner to be able to defend that ball out. Oh, nice touch, and there is a foul. Advantage is played, and play is called back. And Limit have the free kick just inside Ghetto Boyz half. Then positioning for the trying to run on the shoulder of the defender. The ball into the box is cleared, and it's tried again. Lovely control, but a mid-air tackle. Thrown back into play. It's crowded on that wide side. It can be difficult for teams that play a 3-5-2 when they come up against a team lining up in the same way, where they're used to having so much space on the on the flanks, and being met with an opposition wing back or wide mid making tackles all the time can lead to things being very congested out on the wings. Was unfortunately sloppy there, but can they thread a ball through? Good strength being shown once again. Tries to ball roll his way out of trouble, and is tackled. And Ghetto Boyz have an opportunity here to move the ball from side to side. That's a lovely, powerful pass through the middle of the pitch towards the right-hand side. The opening opened up there, and the deflection takes the ball back to the goalkeeper, who clears it long. Can he keep the ball in here? Unfortunately not. His touch lets him down. It's all very tentative and stressful play at the moment. Everything seems to be last-ditch tackle, no matter where it is on the pitch.
To be honest, when both teams have the 3-5-2 formation, it's not really a fun bit of virtual football to watch.
No, it's, as I say, you need to have some kind of tactical adaptability in order to try and counter either team with your choice of formation. Just both teams normally relying on using width and then cutting inside to create the space by the confused wide centre-backs. But when the opposition is playing the same style as you, they've got the numbers there to defend it every single time. So you just need to try and do something different. I'd like to potentially see like a cross. We've seen it's Ghetto Boyz that are pouring forward now. They've been down on the right-hand side a few times, and I think it's 3 times now in this game where they've cut the ball back and passed it towards the edge of the area. But playing against a team playing 3-5-2, they've got 3 centre-backs and 2 DMs in that central space. Need to be using the wide areas as much as possible. It's got a dangerous free kick location here for Limit. What's he trying to do here? He's lining up a shot, I think. Interesting dummy. Perhaps relying on someone in the opposition watching their stream. It's an opportunity here for numbers in the middle. Goes back instead of forwards, but it is worked in. That's a good charging tackle there. Great strength and anticipation shown to stop play in the middle of the pitch. Moving forward again. Ghetto Boyz appear to be more comfortable actually on the ball, but Limit still do look dangerous in their kind of running play. And so far have shown great capability in defence so far, retaining their shape and blocking out everything that Ghetto Boyz have to offer. That's a lovely pass. Can he get the shot away? He can, but it's blocked. I'm amazed that the first tackle didn't succeed. And Limit live to fight another day. Long ball is on down the left-hand side. He gets to it. Can he hold off the defender? He can with a lovely little pass. Goes into the middle. Dink towards the back post. Oh! How has that snuck in?
Wow.
That is the weakest header I think I've ever seen. And it's hit the ground. I mean, it's very accurate. I can't fault that. But the keeper's not even dived. right on the brink of half time. Just absolutely no reaction from the goalkeeper. He drifted wide as if he was going to make a comfortable catch, but oh my word. Can we have another?
Oh.
The shot's on. Oh, it's a quick goal. Oh, Ginge makes it 2-0. This has gone from a very evenly balanced match to two very unfortunate errors, leading to what I can only see now as a win here for Limit. My word, what an end to that first half as the referee blows the whistle. It was an even, stale match with plenty of robust challenges, but that was pretty much all we had to talk about until the header there in the 44th minute gave Limit the lead, and then in the 45th, a very unfortunate deflection off the edge of the box shot, looped over the defence and the goalkeeper, ready for Ginge to tap that in at the far post. Well, he didn't tap it in. He quite robustly smashed it into the back of the net. But you can't blame him there, being so close to goal. Add a bit of flair to the finish.
Goals, it's just the goalkeeper hasn't dived, has he? Really? Obviously, the first one he didn't dive, and the second one,
just absolutely no reaction. Not one suitable for this level of football. Anyway, it's be interesting to see how this one plays out. Really, in fairness, Ghetto Boyz they've created a lot, but they've been quite naive tactically in terms of trying to play it down the wings and cutting inside into a crowded box. That's just not been working. And now they've got to fight against a deeper line, holding on to a 2-0 lead as well. It's a wonderful ping across. Just as I'm talking, great shot, my word. Again, it all comes down to practicing some game management here. What a pass. And a good save again, showing you how the goalkeeping should be done. Looped corner over towards the back post, headed back in, but cleared. As I say, it's all down to game. Oh my word!
What's up with him tonight? I don't understand.
Ginger's through 1-on-1. Can he finish this? Or roll it?
Yeah.
Sweat, and it's smashed in. Lloyd gives Limit the 3-0 lead. This is unbelievable. It's been such an even game, and the defence and the goalkeeper combined have gifted 3 goals. I mean, you can forgive 1, perhaps, in the right circumstances. 2 is unforgivable, but 3. It's going to be some long, hard looks by management at this tonight after the game, I think.
This isn't like the Ghetto Boyz I'm used to seeing. Like this, they're just sloppy unless it's.
Oh, the long ball is in. That's a wonderful hit. Well read to see if he was in space. Got to try and get that under control. Can't. The bounce wasn't very favourable to him, but the tackle is in and he wins a corner from it, from what was effectively an attack. I worry that they're somewhat falling apart here. That is 3 huge mistakes. The goalkeeper actually dives for this one and catches it. Thrown out dangerously there with men in between. But I suppose Ghetto Boyz have really got to try and do something here. I doubt very much they've got the time or the ability to break down this defence 3 times to get a point out of this, but fighting for some dignity a little bit here. Need a better performance in the last 30 minutes, for sure. Long ball tried again, but the free kick is given as there is no advantage. The defender was expected to win that aerial duel. What an idea that is for a pass. Fair play. It's champagne stuff at the moment from the defence of Limit. They know that they've got plenty of opportunity to do things like that, like step up the defensive line and also smash balls up for the strikers to try and get in behind the Ghetto Boyz defence. Here we go again. This time trying to get it onto the left-hand side, but the defender clears that well. It headed back into the middle. Lloyd spreads the ball out towards the right-hand side.
Been a fantastic team tonight, though, Limit. I know Ghetto Boyz have made a few mistakes, but
I suppose you've got to put the ball in that area for the mistakes to be taken advantage of, right? That's
most definitely,
Ginge, lovely chest down. And a good challenge, well read there. Spread back. dinked in. It's not been like gorgeous, free flowing, like attacking football with lots of skill and things like that. It's just been incredibly effective football in this second half in particular. It's the first half as well, whether the damage was done with the late goals, but this second half, Limit have just played with a freedom that, like, they know that they've got the 3 points locked up. They can just try and get some goals for their strikers and get confidence flowing. This should do them wonders, especially where both these teams have been in the league so far. Getting a win like this against a team in a similar position to you in the league, when both teams are trying to fight their way back towards the higher side of the league table, you'd expect it to give them plenty of momentum. Lovely ball control there by Lloyd in the centre of the park. Passes it out to the right-hand side. Nice little tip pass through to the winger. And everyone's pouring forward once again. Nice chest control. He's crowded out there. Bit too roughly in the referee's eyes as a free kick is given. I'd get this ball high up into the box. Just tap the power bar, put it by the penalty spot, and see what this goalkeeper does.
Probably dive over it.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly what they're trying to do, really. Get the ball up in the air. It's not something you see very often from teams at this level, but hey, look, it's given you 2 goals so far in this game, so why not? The goalkeeper's clearly struggling either with confidence or with connection or whatever reason. Oh, my word, is he onside here? He is. Oh, that could have been a 4th. Just a little bit too much on the cross, but it's the right idea, getting the quick ball into the middle from the flanks. Ghetto Boyz just looking just absolutely bereft of ideas.
That's what it is. Obviously, they've got a few players from their own squad, and like, I wouldn't say it's a new team. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they've got like you said earlier, it's a team with new faces, but the faces are known to be like top players in pro clubs on PlayStation in Germany.
Ball's open on the left-hand side. If someone makes that, he's in absolutely acres of space. That left winger.
You can see the chemistry though of Limit, can't you?
Well, that's the thing. That's actually a very good save there for all the criticism he's received in this game so far. Perhaps a little bit too little, too late, but still good diving save, parrying it over to the left-hand side. But yeah, Aaron, you're right. It's I think individually, to be fair, the Ghetto Boyz have been playing some good football in terms of their fast dribbling and oh, he's gone again. My word.
I don't understand this goalkeeper. Like, have they just picked him up today?
Quite possibly. That is so... Oh, I mean, I don't want to be overly harsh to the guy. I mean, he'll know he's made some mistakes, right? That's for sure. Doesn't need them pointed out quite so much, but it's been all 4 of them have been bad positioning by the goalkeeper.
They're just
lovely bit of skill, good challenge in the end. But yeah, as I say, it's Ghetto Boyz on the ball individually, outfield at least. They look rather good. It's just you can tell that there is a definite lack of cohesion. Not everyone's pulling in the same direction. It's a nice ball inside. Can they get a consolation? Oh, he's holding on to that clean sheet. 4-0 here in stoppage time. It's the benefits of sticking together as a team for a longer amount of time showing through. Just because individuals are available in the market doesn't mean you have to go for them. But maybe it'll all come good in the long run. But tonight, this match is finished now. Ghetto Boyz face quite the autopsy at the end of that one, with 4 goals going against them as Limit come out 4-0 winners. That's one of the most dominant performances I've seen during my time doing this coverage, in fairness.
Yes, definitely. You don't really see that many goals, obviously, especially in the Premier. You're not supposed to see a 4-0.
Well, we saw before this game, we expected, 2 big teams somewhat struggling in the league. I think we both thought it was most likely going to be a draw, in fairness, like a 1-1 or something like that. But just the amount of defensive mistakes made. Just look at that one. Oh. Just the lack of a dive here. He's showing it in slow motion, of course. Oh, there was a deflection. Maybe that's what stopped the goalkeeper from making the animation.
Yeah.
But clearly that threw his confidence for the remainder of the match. That's a very premature dive. Let's see this one again. Bounces up. He just
It's not the goalkeeper's error. He dived for the first shot, really, didn't he?
I think this one was... Goalkeeper could have stayed central there, but I understand his initial thought was to run towards the player. This one, however, that's... yeah. Once he realised that the ball was going further out than he expected, he should have stayed in his net, went for it and had absolutely no chance of winning that ball in the air, showing us in definite slow motion. A lovely cross, in fairness. But just here we go. Oh, he's yards away from it. And lovely, well done to Limit there on keeping the ball in and tapping that across for the goal. But fantastic performance from Limited. It goes to show that you don't need all the skills and everything to get things done. You can just play good traditional football, and they come away with a 4-0 win. Absolute demolition.
Most definitely. But yeah, guys, that is it for tonight's matches. We had QPR win over Rotherham United 2-1, and we had a easy win for Limit 4-0 against Ghetto Boyz. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for more VPG Esports action. So go enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
People wishing for a burner. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest for bitch or beat. How they watch you fucking no beat. Not if you want it. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. Timmy, Turner. People wishing for a burner. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest for bitch or beat. How they watch you fucking no beat. Not if you want it. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. Timmy, Turner. People wishing for a burner. Killing everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. Nothing to beat. How you watch it, but you know
Chet, the team will compete in the 11v11 Virtual Pro Gaming League.
people wishing for a burner. Killing everybody walking. How you watch it, but you know killing everybody walking. Know that it's on the finest.